I find it a bit funny every time Assassin's Creed Shadow comes up in conversation. It's always about how Ubisoft has once again stepped on a rake and slapped themselves in the face. They can't seem to do anything right with this game. And this is coming from someone who's trying to see the positive in everything. Genuinely, I am. But holy crap, when you keep just stepping in it time and time again like Ubisoft does, there's no other approach I can take. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And Ubisoft is freaking out right now about Assassin's Creed Shadow's launch coming up in November, and they are scared to death with the direction this game has been headed. And in today's video, it's no different. They have pulled out of the Tokyo Game Show just days before it was supposed to go live, citing various circumstances without providing much more information. Now remember, this is the Tokyo Game Show, and Ubisoft's biggest game, what they're resting their entire company's future potential on, is an Assassin's Creed game based in Japan. They are pulling out of the Tokyo Game Show 2 months before the game comes out, 2 days before the Tokyo Game Show, because they are doing everything they possibly can to avoid any more microscopes on them. Oh, but don't worry, even when they do back out of the show to avoid controversy, they step in it somewhere else, signing a contract and making a figurine that is depicting a destroyed torii gate, a symbolic structure seen at the entrances of Shinto shrines. But it's not just any torii gate that they used, it's the eerily similar torii gate to the one-leg torii, a gate that survived the atomic bombing at Nagasaki in 1945. And Ubisoft has licensed this character out to sell the statue and try to make money off of it. You've got to be kidding me, Ubisoft. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full article breaking down Ubisoft freaking out right now leading up to the launch of one of the biggest titles they've ever created, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and how they're trying to avoid controversy in any way possible. Just days before the event, Ubisoft has suddenly pulled out of their planned Tokyo Game Show stream, citing various circumstances and not providing any further information. And this wild decision comes at quite the crucial time for Ubisoft. Just 2 months before the launch of Assassin's Creed Shadows, the game that is set in Japan of all places is not showing up at the Tokyo Game Show. If Ubisoft was hoping to build any excitement for a game setting in a native country, this was their moment. But instead, they withdrew, leaving fans and industry insiders wondering if they're simply trying to avoid more bad press. And honestly, after reading through this message, I can't help but think, yeah, that's really the only reason. In a translated post, they stated, "To the community, regarding our scheduled online participation in Tokyo Game Show 2024 on September 26th at 3 p.m., due to various circumstances, we regret to inform you that we have decided to cancel our participation. However, the commemorative present campaign for the ongoing official broadcast will continue as planned. We apologize for the short notice and any inconvenience caused. To everyone who was looking forward to the stream, we sincerely apologize. Sincerely, Ubisoft Entertainment." Now, that was initially in Japanese, and Ubisoft was supposedly going on to have a stream for the Tokyo Game Show talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows and promoting it, and they backed out 2 days before that was supposed to go live. From the moment Ubisoft revealed Assassin's Creed Shadows, the game was mired in controversy. From dual protagonist Yasuke, who they portrayed as an African samurai based on a real historical figure, and Naoi, a fictional female shinobi. And it sparked immediate backlash. Why would you choose a fictional female to play alongside a real-life black protagonist? It's clear as day that Ubisoft was going over the top, attempting to inject DEI into their game. While Assassin's Creed has always been playing fast and loose with historical accuracy, many, and in this case especially Japanese fans, felt that this latest entry took too many liberties. They even started a petition circulating it to call for the game's cancellation, and even had concerns over how Japanese culture and history were being represented to the Japanese diet. And Ubisoft's response to all of this didn't help the matter. They put out a 4-page quasi, I guess you could call it an apology, but they never actually apologized for anything. If anything, looking at the statement, it was just more of a clarification, like still again doubling down on why everyone else is wrong about Yasuke and Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they hope to portray Japan in a positive light, in a positive setting, and positive for samurais. And this was all an important aspect to Ubisoft, which in reality, no, they wanted to inject DEI into the game, and they're calling you the problem by not accepting it. And if that were the worst of it, I'd say that was bad enough. But no, what happened yesterday was actually even worse than backing out of the Tokyo Game Show. As if you couldn't even go there. The latest controversy comes in the form of a figure released to promote Assassin's Creed Shadows, which as of this recording is still available for purchase from Pure Arts for $49 USD. You can have this Q-Lector's statue figurine of Yasuke and Shinobi on top of the one-legged Tori, a gate that survived the atomic bombing of Nagasaki. Like, this is so out of touch tone deaf that I'm like, there's no way they did this. It's a video game, and Ubisoft is starting to take real life stuff that had major impact in many lives, that completely shaped the planet that we're on right now, and they're trying to toss it into a figurine to make some sales on it. You gotta be kidding me, Ubisoft. You can't be this stupid. User R230614 Shin sparked the outrage when they tweeted, and this is translated from Japanese, "Spread the word. Assassin's Creed Shadow figurines from Ubisoft, a famous Japanese hate and criminal company. A figurine of a destroyed Torii Gate has been released, which is believed to be based on the one-legged Torii Gate that was destroyed in the Nagasaki atomic bombing. I have never seen a one-legged Torii other than the one destroyed by the American atomic bomb in Nagasaki." Now, just taking a step back from all of this, with how much Ubisoft has pissed off people in Japan, could you imagine doing this on top of that? It is so completely, I keep going back to saying tone deaf. You are completely out of touch with reality. You are so far deep into DEI that you don't actually understand what the repercussions are with doing stuff like this. Sugimoto the Immortal replied to me on Twitter saying, "My wife is from Hiroshima, and whilst they hold no ill will towards anyone for what happened, it is still a touchy subject to this day, as expected. I can say without a doubt this is done in bad taste and without any consideration to how the Japanese people may feel." And with Ubisoft behind it, color me shocked. Dash Attack VTuber said, "All that money in sensitivity consultants and they screw up something this offensive. Next you tell me a woke game will feature the World Trade Center as part of the game's alt history about American fascism," which is hearkening back to what happened with Dustborn and how they had the World Trade Centers in the background of that game as well, because that's what happens with DEI consultancy companies. They get so far into their own religion of DEI that they forget about reality and what actually is offensive to real people. At this point, it's hard to imagine Assassin's Creed Shadows making a successful recovery in any way. Controversies continue to pile up. Historical accuracy issues, culturally insensitive marketing. Ubisoft is facing impossible to win battles. Battles that they have created themselves. And don't worry, they're going to offload that and blame the consumers, blame the gamers, blame you for being the bigots in the problem and not just consuming what they toss out there, instead of them taking any accountability for their actions. And at the end of the day, ultimately, that's what's going to doom this company. They got so far up their ass with DEI that they forget to even look at reality and take a step back from all of it and understand repercussions of doing stuff like this. Felix Allstar captures it perfectly. Said on Twitter, "LMAO, how does that even happen with all the localizers and DEI consultants? Like, this is the one time they could have done something good and, nah," and attached a photo saying, "You had one job," and a dude looking at Kim Belair. Dutch Viking said, "Offending an entire culture whilst trying to be woke. I think they call that irony." It's so obvious. They're spending how many millions upon millions of dollars to promote and market and create this game, yet they're so tone deaf with the most obvious things in the world. You think they could spend a couple bucks on someone to say, "Hey guys, what you doing over there? It's really bad. You probably shouldn't do that. It'll avoid a big controversy." But no, Ubisoft is so caught up in their own world that they're so right about everything and they can do no wrong that at the end of the day, you, the consumer, are the problem to them. And I don't think that's going to work out too well in the long term. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, check out smashjt.com for the full article. I will link it in the description below. If you appreciate what I'm doing, hit that join button. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing. Smash JT. Smash JT. Smash JT. Smash JT. Smash JT.